not get broken up today, ladies. You stay together. This does not get broken up. Power to the top. Take off to the top.
I think about our team as sort of the Wonder Twins. And if you remember the Wonder Twins, you know, their power was in their connection with each other. So when they put their hands together, all of a sudden they turn into these superheroes. And that's what's really special about this team to me. Zoe, on one level, is the most committed, dedicated, hardest working runner who can compete at the state level in everything from the 200-meter sprint to the 5K race and be at the best of the state at any event in between.
For Zoe, she's definitely, I'd say she's the mother of the team. She always makes sure we have everything. But when she's running, she sort of transforms into this whole different person, and she just looks so light and she makes it look so effortless that you're like, I just want to run like her.
She does not like the spotlight. Emily does not want to give speeches. Emily does not like attention. And yet, at our home race, she destroyed the field and broke the red tape, literally, in a spectacular fashion. Kelly, who ran in the middle of the pack in junior varsity races as a freshman and came back as a sophomore and was top 10 in the state as a sophomore, as an individual on a state championship team after being in the middle of the pack junior varsity freshman year is remarkable.
Last year, since it was my first year, I wasn't as into it, or I didn't push as hard. Like the beginning of the season, I had just drifted in the back, and then in the end, I realized that I actually loved running. And then just over the summer, training, like knowing that going back next year, I really wanted to do well. And then I just pushed a lot harder the next year.
Then Mariah's sort of like, she's almost like the ditzy one on the team.
Mariah's feisty.
Mariah's definitely the ditzy one, but I love her, so it's okay.
And she's just the one who's kind of lost, but she always ends up in the right place at the end of the race, at least.
Mariah, who I call Pippi on the team, and although I hate to compare her to anybody because she is definitely unique, Pippi, like Pippi Longstocking, who she was named after on the team. She looks skinny. She looks like she's not that strong. She looks like all she wants to do is goof around and joke around and bounce around and be cute. In fact, she's this girl who's strong enough to actually lift horses with one arm. She can leap over buildings if she wants to. She has the ability to bottle up her joy for life and her zest for fun and actually turn it into athletic performance. She has no sense of reality like the rest of us. And then Christiana would be the last of the fifth scoring runners. She's another one who's just a sophomore. She's more of like I'd say the business executive, the businesswoman of the group. She has fun and she loves the team, but she's calculating. She'll follow a plan. She will stick to a workout plan. And if we make splits that should be reached, she'll reach those splits. If we make a specific plan in a race, she'll follow it exactly.
I think once we won BIFs, we knew for sure that we were going to states, and it made us want to train harder for states.
It was so nerve-wracking, but exciting, because I knew that like everything that we've worked for this season just like came down to like that point. It was just like the moment that mattered.
We were ready. And we just had to take care of business.
Like whenever anybody said, oh, you guys are gonna win states, or you have a shot at winning states, I was like, states, it's just so big and it's such a big goal, and it always seems like the big teams and the important teams win, and it never seems like you could actually win it.
The whole time before, it always seemed like such a fantasy, or like so hard to beat Punahou, and during the race I just like didn't know. Like I knew that we were all gonna like work as hard as we could and we had a chance.
But I mean, I guess I knew that we could win it. It was just kind of scary to think about us actually winning it.
But we knew what we were doing. We knew that we were there together, and that was huge. Knowing that those girls behind the line with me that day, that we were all putting ourselves through this together. And I think that was a big comfort. So I was nervous, but at the same time, not at all.
So at warm-ups, I saw people with really good, other teams with really great warm-ups, and they looked really quick and really fast. And a couple of girls from another team looked really strong, and a couple of girls from another team looked like they were determined and focused. And our girls were just having fun. They were laughing with each other. I was snapping pictures. They were goofing around. So pretty much at warm-ups, I knew that they were cohesive. They were having fun. They were absolutely loving what they were doing. They were excited about a challenge, and they really didn't seem nervous about winning, because winning really wasn't our goal. So at warm-ups, when I looked at the energy and the love and the passion that our team had compared to the others, I knew that the race was pretty much over.
I just wanna run, hide it away, run because they're chasing me down. I just wanna run, throw it away, run before they're finding me out. I just wanna run. I just wanna run, I'm not here all alone. I try to call your house, can't reach you on the phone. I'll gather up the nerve, I'm packing up my bag. It's more than you deserve, don't treat me like a drag. I'm feeling like I keep on talking, I'm repeating myself.
I finished and I didn't even know that everybody was over the finish line. I actually, once I finished, I turned around and I was waiting for everybody to go over the finish line. And I never saw them go over the finish line because they were right behind me. And so I was really confused because I saw a bunch of people from HPA behind me, but I never saw them cross the finish line.
I had no idea that they would come like behind me like that. It was like so good to hear that we just like came 5 in a row. It's like amazing.
Well, when we finished the race, Mr. Diaz had told us that we won, but we didn't want to like get our hopes up too high, so we like wouldn't accept it. And then before they announced it, we're all like sitting and holding hands and just hoping. And then like, you know, kind of knew already, but like it was still surprising. And then they announced the name, and it was just like such a perfect moment. And we all just went up together, and it felt so good.
2011 Honolulu Marathon HHSAA Girls State Cross Country Team Champions with a team score of 35 points. The ladies of Hawai'i Prep Academy.
It was an enormous reward, I think. It just that feeling of we knew that we'd put in the time, we knew we'd put in the energy and the pain and the effort and the long hours of practice and the weightlifting sessions at X Blocks and the weeks of preparation. And that in a way was a reward in itself, but to feel it acknowledged in that way, that it meant something, that was a really great moment.
Felt really good, but it also felt like it wasn't real because it was just like crazy to think that we actually won states. But I don't know, deep down I always knew that like we could do it.
It was pretty much the best moment of my life. Like it was just like so, it felt so good to hear that. And it was just amazing.
It was exciting to see their reaction. For me, it was a really emotional moment to see how emotional they were. To see that they recognized all of a sudden that all the work they put in was being recognized by other people. So their excitement, the excitement of the parents, the excitement, frankly, the excitement of other teams. We had a lot of other teams who we had just beaten who seemed sincerely excited that we had accomplished that.